Welcome back to Horticulture Geek. Join me as I work in the garden today and make sure our tulip display is ready to go and looks as good as it can look. Hey guys, and welcome back to Horticulture Geek. I'm Ray. Thank you so much for joining me today here on the channel. Today's video is going to be kind of quick because I'm just working on a couple of projects that I need to get done to make sure that our tulip display looks as good as it possibly can look. Because I'm going to be pulling weeds out from around the tulips that are coming up. I'm going to be mulching, and I'm going to be switching out some containers that sit next to the two main tulip patches so that everything ties together and looks good. Now, if you're growing tulips, you want to make sure that you're doing the same things with your tulips that you're out in your landscape, because we've put in money and time and energy to buy these bulbs, pre-chill these bulbs, and put them in the ground and dig the holes and do all the work. And so we want them to look as best as they can. And so in order to do that, you want a good, tidy backdrop. I am going to be using black mulch in my flower beds. I find that the black mulch is really good because I do have a reddish toned brick home. Red mulch is out for me. Red mulch against a red house is a no-go. It's not a good look to me personally. Some of you may go with that, but I either go with the browns or the blacks, and I really just prefer the black. I enjoy the crisp, clean look that the black mulch gives everything in the garden, and it really makes the colors pop in the landscape. So all those tulips that we planted should pop and look really good. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to head out to the front yard, and I'm going to show you kind of what the area looks like now, and then I'm going to get the work done and show you what the end result is. So here we go. Okay, so here we are at the front door, and you can see I've got my tulip beds. I'm coming up. Desperately need some mulch, so I'm going to lightly put in some fresh mulch in this area. Just to make this look a little tidier, cleaner, more presentable. I'll pull any weeds as I go. And I'm also going to be switching out these two containers right here because the ornamental winter cabbages are just looking rough. So it's to the point now where these need to be switched out. And so I'm going to use a switch out pot to do that. And I'll show you that in just a second. So here's what we're working with today, and hopefully our finished result will look much better. I'm getting everything ready because, as you can see, the tulips have started opening, and I don't want to detract from the beauty of the tulips and all the time, effort, energy, and money that went into those by having janky soil or not fresh, pretty mulch. So let's get busy. All right, so here we are with some mulch on the ground and some fresh flowers in the pots. So if you're going to be mulching around plants like I just did, you have to be very careful. Take your time. It's a very slow, tedious process, and I did not film myself doing that because honestly it's just putting mulch down, and everybody knows how to put mulch down. And so I didn't figure you would want to sit and watch a video of me laying mulch down. But doesn't it look so much better? So I still obviously have to come in and clean off the sidewalks and water everything in, but it was looking so good that I just wanted you to see kind of what's going on. And then the pots look so much better, getting those winter cabbages out and putting in a pop of color and a little interest. And so the evergreens are going to stay for right now. I'm hoping those flush back out. I'm not giving up on those yet. We're going to water in real good, and hopefully we can get them to bounce back. Now let me show you the inserts for those pots. All right, so this is what I used. I just used the ready refills that you can get at big box stores. Some garden centers will carry them as well. And so this was just a complete pot of the pansies and the dracaena spike, the mixed basket. It came out of one of these. It is called the Ready Refill Gardening Made Easy. It's just a bulk container that you buy everything ready to go. And you can see right there, $22.98. So I just grabbed two of those to make my life easier for that project. And as you can see, I have come back and watered everything in and hosed off the sidewalk, so it's looking really good. And now we are ready for the tulips to continue blooming and give us a full and glorious show. And we also have tulips on that corner of the home and tulips on that corner of the home. Obviously, I still have a lot of mulching to do, but hey, this right here looks really good. All right, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this quick video today. Just seeing where I am working in my front yard. And as I showed you in that video, just as part of the video a second ago, I still have some work to do. I've got the rest of the flower beds that still need to be cleaned out really good and mulch put in those. So now is the time to mulch your flower beds before all of your perennials get going good and everything starts pushing up through the soil fully. You want to get some mulch down, that way everything's nice and tidy and tucked in and ready to go for spring. If you're like me and you've procrastinated a little bit, that's okay. If you're working mulching around tulips or daffodils or anything that's popping up in your soil right now, just be gentle, take your time. It's a very fiddly process. That's okay. Just pull up a seat, take your time, and do it the best as you can. And you're just looking for a nice, even coverage around all your plants. And then if you are like me with my containers that I had out there, it's a little early yet to put in spring or summer plants. We still have chance of frost coming up. So the big box stores and garden centers are getting back in some fresh winter color. So just like I put in some Dracaena and pansies out there in those pots, yes, it is a temporary fix. Yes, it is an investment to get you through the last month, but it just makes a huge difference this time of year if you want to put in a fresh pop of color. And hey, if you don't want to put in the fresh pop of color, just remove the pots. That's always an option as well, depending on your budget and resources or your availability of plants wherever you live, because not everybody has the same availability. So, but the whole moral of this video today was just to show you kind of what I was working on, what's going on here at Horticulture Geek, and to let you know that, hey, it's time to put out mulch. It's time to do a little spruce up. Don't go too crazy. You can't go overboard because it's not time to plant our summer annuals or summer things yet. You still have a chance of frost. It's way too early for all of that stuff. But if you find some good looking winter stuff that has been released, perfect time to do that. So feel free just to splash in a little color here and there. And I also wanted to show you one thing. I did pick this up at the garden center because the garden centers are starting to bring in some perennials. And so I got this double orange. Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Now, I'm a dianthus fan. This is a dianthus. Here, we'll let you see the tag. Okay. And I saw this and just thought, wow, how pretty is that? So I've picked a couple of these up. So things are starting to come into your garden centers, guys. Get out there, enjoy the garden. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it has inspired you in some way. If it has, give me a thumbs up. Leave any questions or comments down below. And as always, from my garden to yours, I wish you all the best and happy gardening.